Okay, so basically, I want to discuss a couple of things that are in the Bible that I learned. Okay. Um, so something that I wrote, well, I didn't write it, but it was in the Bible, and it discusses here. I wrote, "Dear children," because it's really a letter from God to us, and we are His children. "Whoever loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. Whoever loves my son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me." Okay? "Also, love God the Father with all your heart, soul, mind, and strength. And love Jesus more than you love children, more than you love parents, surely more than you love anything." That's Matthew 10:37. Matthew chapter 10, verse 37. So basically means that whoever loves their mother and father more than Jesus Christ, and also your own children, okay? Grandchildren, children, great-great-grandkids, whatever, okay? All children, daughters or sons, okay? Whoever loves their mother or father, no matter who they are, aunt, uncle, sister, brother, all that, more than God, than Jesus Christ, your real father, is not worthy. Is not worthy. Not worthy of, not of love, but not worthy to be in the presence of the Lord. You have to love Jesus with all your heart and soul and all in your mind and your strength. Okay? That means you live, breathe, eat all that has to do about Christ. Everything, every aspect of your life. Now, we all fall short. We're all sinners. We don't always all do everything that is according to the Bible or everything for Christ. You know, for instance, hanging out with your friends, that's not for Christ unless you're gathering together to talk about Christ or learn about Christ or to share stories or monument, situations that happen or events that happen in your life that led you to Christ. You understand? Or your mind. Your mind always has to be thinking about Jesus. Always, all the time. Whether you're in school, don't get distracted now. But whether you're in school, whether you're just sitting down eating, whether you're just watching a movie, whether you're at work, changing in the bathroom. You obviously have to talk to guests, be entertaining for your guests. You can't obviously do that. But there's always a second of your life that you have to give for Christ. That's the mind. And strength. Strength is power, okay? The strength of love for Christ comes for speaking out, sharing, showing, praying in front of people, sharing your stories of how God found you, how you found Christ, how He came into your life and changed it. By standing up for the non-believers, standing up to them, letting them know that He is your God. Okay? Your heart has to really be in love with Christ. Not just oh, you do it because, your mom or your dad or my grandma's always telling me how to pray. No. And it's not funny. The love in your heart for Christ, deep in your heart, where you get touched by loving him so much that you cry, you shed tears, you cry. Maybe you're not always, because crying is not always just being sad. Maybe you feel so overjoyed, overpowered of the love that you have for him that it makes you cry because you're so overjoyed and you glorify in your happiness of love for Christ. That's how I am. And I don't know, especially around other people, I don't do that very much. Sometimes I do. I'll find myself crying sometimes. Usually not. More by myself. But my son, you ask him. He's seen me cry for Christ. And when I cry, I tell him the love I have for Christ, the heart I give for him only, overpowers me and strengthens me in my mind and my soul. I reach down deep inside me and I cry, I weep, because I'm so in love with the Lord for how he changes, moves my life, in my own personal life. He's done so much for me. So why not love him more than your mother, more than your own father? Love Jesus more than your own children. Now that is the most difficult thing that anybody can say to anybody that has children. Literally. They would ask me, how can you tell me that? How can you tell me not to love my child more? Okay, but your child did not give you air to breathe. Your child didn't lead you to the path of righteousness to God. If you're in that path right now, and you already know who did that. God. Jesus Christ did that. But you gotta be willing. You gotta be willing to do it. To know and understand what that means is entirely a different aspect for anyone to even look at. It's completely a different way of loving Christ. It's fulfillment. That's what it is. It's fulfillment of Christ love for you and yourself. Okay? Jesus is worthy more of love and passion and respect than your own children will ever be to you and to me. Parents, mothers, fathers, maybe, your aunt was the one who raised you, so she's like your mom, or your grandma, and she's like your mom or dad or whatever, like that, grandpa, uncle, it doesn't matter, all the same.